Hey everybody, this is Rachel for Cyber Sports Network. I'm doing a couple interviews before the ACL Gold Coast tournament, and one of the people I'm super excited to interview is Rossi. David Rossi was a player that I got to meet at the PPSL in the Philippines a couple months ago, and now he's competing in the ACL Gold Coast tournament. This is the first time they're going to have Starcraft 2. They've been primarily a console league, but we're super excited that they're adding the game. So, guys, I'd like you to meet Rossi. Rossi, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone?
Yep. Yeah, last time we met, I introduced myself on the PPSL online thing that we did. And now I'm back. My name is David Rossi. I'm 19 years old. I'm a Starcraft 2 player in Sydney, Australia. And yeah, I'm very competitive and I'm looking forward to this big event in Australia that's hopefully going to boost our recognition worldwide.
Well, this is not the first event you're competing in by any stretch. You actually won the qualifier for Australia to compete in the PPSL. We did that little wrap-up PPSL interview after the whole scandal, but we've all moved on from that. And you actually went on to win the ESL, the New Year's tournament for Southeast Asia. Is there anything else you've been competing in?
Yeah, I've been competing in a lot of tournaments recently. Obviously, I just want as much experience as possible because it just prepares you mentally and physically. You need the stamina and you need the mental endurance to participate well in tournaments. Last weekend, even though I was quite sick, I still attended a local LAN with a lot of the big players, such as Pig, who who won up to me in the finals after I beat him in the upper bracket. So I came second in that recent tournament. So I've been making a lot of big results recently. ACL New Year's was a nice cash prize, and yeah, I'm super confident.
Well, you've been participating in the Australian StarCraft 2 scene for a while. What can you tell me about how much it's grown from the beta?
Well, from the beta, we've only had one international player, which is Moonglade. Since then, we have, just as a community, grown. We have our own big website, community, SC2C, and we just, as players, we've got a lot more motivation, a lot more confidence, and we've been all helping each other grow skill-wise as we've been competing against each other in many tournaments. So now, with us participating on the Korean ladder, a lot of our players, I think, are competitive internationally. An example of this would be a Norwegian mate of mine, Targa, who's been living in Australia for the majority of the last year. He's gone back to the European ladder on his for Christmas holidays, and he's been top 20 over there, top 50. He's beating a lot of well-known players, and I beat him 4-0 in the finals of the PPSL qualifier. So this just shows that we are competitive, and it allows me to compare myself against a lot of these international players as well. So I'm feeling great.
What do you think has been holding the Australian and the Southeast Asian scene back from integrating with the rest of the international StarCraft scene?
Well, obviously, our size is much smaller. We have much, well, in terms of online community, there's obviously a lot of people in Southeast Asia, but there's many different issues. There's time zones. It's a lot harder for us to compete in international tournaments because we would be waking up at absurd hours, and it's just not feasible. Um, a lot of our players just haven't been marketing themselves very well either. It's hard to market yourself in this community, and we're getting better at that with players such as T-Gun, who's got a lot more followers now. Shuffle, who isn't exactly well known, but he's got himself over to Korea, who's getting a lot more followers. So a lot of the players, such as myself, we need to market ourselves more so the overseas countries know who we are and can become our fans or whatever, support us. So those are two of the main things for me.
And what are your expectations for the ACL? I know it's a tournament very similar to MLG. If it's anything like MLG, I'm sure it's gonna it's gonna boost everyone's visibility. Do you think this is a step in the right direction? Have you been involved in any of the planning for the ACL or talked to any of these guys who are, inputting the actual information to the tournament, who are making it run?
Yeah, I've been actually recently talking with the CEO of the ACL. I've been helping giving him some tips uh, in regards to the Starcraft 2 tournament. He's also been asking me a bit about like statistics and stuff that he wants to like provide more information to the community, such as the MLG statistics. So we talked a bit about that back and forth, just to provide a bit more a better environment for people watching the tournament, allows them to follow, find interesting and miscellaneous facts. I haven't been so much involved with the tournament other than that, but I know it's in the right hands with Docs. He's definitely the man from the Australian community that runs the best events. I hope it does increase international recognition, but I'm not too sure how much that will be from the beginning. I think as we present more tournaments, just as MLG has grown, we will grow too, and hopefully a lot more people will be following it, especially if we start streaming it on featured Team Liquid and etc. And if we can get the big numbers in the views, then there'll be no boundary to how much we can grow.
Well, one of the big things that brings attention to tournaments are big name players. Is there anyone you're worried about going up against? I know you have a bit of a history of back and forth with Moonglade, but there are certainly some Australian players that we may not know about yet, but you guys are very familiar with.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of good players there. They're all going to be flying from all around Australia. Moonglade, I heard recently that he hasn't been practicing too much, but he's always very sneaky with his accounts. So as I was mentioning earlier, I'm in a really confident mindset at the moment. I've been performing well at LAN and online, winning or placing in the top 3 in most recent tournaments that are of note. And yeah, I'm ready to take everyone out. The big plays, just to help market them, that I would be scared of are players such as Mafia and Argus from XG King, and then of course Moonglade, Peak. But those are the main people that I'm scared of.
Well, I know
So
when I
come down
talked
to
to
the
you.
day.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
That magical Skype. When I talked to you in November when you were wrapping up at the PPSL, you said one of the things you're most looking forward to was your summer break, so you can just practice and focus on the game for a while. So who have you been practicing with, and what have you been focusing on?
Yeah, definitely. That's actually one of the big reasons. So my work has been off. I haven't had uni. I've had like 2 to 3 months to myself just to practice, and it's been great. I've been just on TeamSpeak with my mates. We've been chatting non-stop about Terran, and it's just been good to have fun and ladder whenever I want. Really, I've been having a lot of free time, a lot of time to think about the game, and it's just working really well for me. And players that I've been practicing with are like Voices. All these are members of TA Voices, Edge, Death, and then friendly players such as Mafia. I've practiced with him quite a bit as well.
Well, it's unfortunate that you're not currently on a team. That's one of the best ways to practice is to work concentratedly with your teammates. Are there any prospects out there, or has anyone contacted you about picking you up possibly?
Well, yeah, as of a week or 2 ago, my team, Archaic MSI, disbanded. So I'm actually teamless right now. But it's been a very fun and interesting experience because a lot of people who I don't talk to as much have come probing at me. They've been asking me, who's talking to you? What do you want? So it's very gratifying to know that a lot of people are interested, as well as making prospective offers to me. And it's a fun process, and I'm definitely doing a lot of my own probing as well, trying to see what's out there, what I can get for myself, as you don't want to rush into anything. But I've talked to one American team at the moment, and I'm talking to a lot of Australian teams, and hopefully I get a new sponsor very soon.
Well, what would your dream scenario be? Your dream team, your dream location? Would you give up school and go completely pro?
I wouldn't give up school to go completely pro unless it was the most ideal offer. It would have to be a big salary or something of the like. I have considered it though many times, and maybe 6 months deferral for school could be in order. But obviously, I want to travel to more overseas events, the DreamHacks, MLGs, or just anything in Southeast Asia. like so fun. Like I had the time of my life when I met you guys and Tasteless Artos, like all the famous pro gamers and CM ranking. That was an amazing experience for myself, and I'd love to experience that again. So, and like opportunities to overseas tournaments is what I want. Money, don't worry about money. I want to go overseas. But if I'm not going to get that, I'm happy to continue to travel around Australia and just prove myself in order to attain that in the future.
Well, Rossi, you seem like a happy guy. I'm always happy talking to you, and thank you so much for your information. I'll be rooting for you in the ACL Gold Coast tournament. That'll be January 21st and 22nd. You can watch live on Twitch TV at ACL Pro. Rossi, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, thank you for your time once again. Thanks for helping the Australian scene grow. It's very important to us down under, and I look forward to putting up good results for everybody. And yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much, Rossi. I'll be cheering for you. You know it. Everybody, this has been Rossi, currently teamless. Great guy. Think about picking him up. And I'm Rachel from Cyber Sports Network. Thanks for watching.
Awesome.